This is Ben, Liam and Belle on Nova.
G'day there, podcaster.
Oh, fun episode today. We talk a little bit about Belle being a self-confessed duff. I'm not saying that. Ben's not saying that. And if you don't know what a duff is, we explain it all in the podcast. We also have a listen to a new rival radio station, which is about to kick off. Mm-hmm. And there was a lot of reminiscent chat, wasn't there? We're talking about a lot of toys from the 90s and that sort of stuff. So
also, I'd love to get a pie count on today's episode.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We talked about pies a lot. We blew a pie load a bit.
So last time we spoke about pies, we got a pie count because we said it quite a lot. Not including what I'm saying right now. Do you reckon we said pies more this time or last time?
I think more because we did a longer chat about pies.
I think more this time because we did 2 pie breaks.
That's what I'm saying. We did a longer chat.
Yeah.
Well, look, maybe in the Ben, Liam and Belle Alpha Squad we'll get a pie count. Maybe we won't. I don't know.
What, you just want someone else to do it?
Well, I'll leave it up to Statman.
Yeah, Nathan Jander. Count how many times we say pie in this episode. I will actually count the ones we're saying now. Pie.
No.
Well,
excluding what we just said.
Count how many times we say pie in the actual episode.
Yep.
And then have it in brackets how many we did, and then drop it in the Ben, Liam and Belle Alpha Squad, which is where we have our little forum for people on Facebook.
Yep, lovely. All right, enjoy the pod.
Ben, Liam, I realised on the weekend I'm a duff.
You're a duff?
I'm a duff.
You're up the duff.
No, I am a duff.
What's a duff?
Designated ugly fat friend. Now, it's taken me about 4 years to realise this.
Just, sorry, I was building up to of course, and then I heard a from Ben.
I wasn't saying yes in agreeance. I was like a friend. I was like, I'm listening to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
I'm glad you cleared that up.
Yeah, no, I was like a shoulder to cry on.
Yeah, okay. Okay, that's what you're going
Belle,
for.
Hang on, okay.
If I put my head on your shoulder, I'll probably weigh your whole body down.
No, for the record, you are not the designated ugly fat friend.
Thanks, Ben.
Don't be silly.
No, it's okay. I've come to terms with it.
What do you mean?
It's taken about 4 years. But I realised on the weekend because I was out with a group of friends having a few drinks and I felt really good about myself and I was like, cool, we're sweet. I had we're just loving life. Felt good.
As in they're all ugly, are you trying to say?
No, I'm just saying
someone in that friendship group was a duff.
I wasn't the bottom of the barrel in that group. But then I left that group.
I hope that group's listening. I hope they've got a group chat.
I left that group to go have dinner with another friend.
Right.
And as soon as I met up with her, I realised, I didn't feel as good about myself, and there weren't as many people as you walk through. There weren't as many guys looking. They were just looking at her now, and I realised what that feels like. Now she's one of those people as well that she could wear a really tight turtleneck skivvy, and she makes it look hot.
Yep.
I'm like, well, how do you do that? So I realised this.
It rings a bell. Is the duff a term from a movie?
There was a movie about being a duff. Yes, if you're not aware of what a duff is, here's your 101.
Duff. D.U.F.F. Designated ugly fat friend. Every group of friends has one, the one who doesn't look as good, thus making their friends look better, the one who's approachable and easy to talk to because no one's trying to get in their pants. And if you don't know who it is, chances are it's you.
That's a real mid-2000s toxic male scriptwriter. Hey, you're fat, and if you don't know, you're probably fat.
There's probably people listening now realising that they are also the duff.
Yep.
Are you Belle? Are you a duff?
Also,
are you a self-aware duff?
You might not be the duff in every group. You might have a few friendship groups, and in one you're doing well.
Yeah.
And then in the other one you're like, damn it.
Can I just say as well? I don't know. I don't know about you, Ben, but I wouldn't say I have particularly high self-esteem, but I'm not walking into rooms with people and assessing who's hotter and
you'll see it now. You'll see it when you go out. If you look at different groups of friends, you'll be able to pick who stands there and who's a bit of just there because they're like, okay, well, they're here to make us look hot.
It's like going Kelly, Stacey, Gwen, Duff.
I mean, Suzanne.
I would like to rally together with my fellow Duffs. 13, 24, 10. Are you a self-aware Duff?
I like, Belle, that you're tackling it head on. You're saying, you know what? I'm putting my hand up and saying, I realise I'm a Duff and I'm okay with that.
Yep.
You know
Yep.
what? It's never easy being the Duff. So if you are a self-aware Duff, 13, 24, 10, if you get in touch, we will give you 6 bottles of wine from Zonzo Estate. You can enjoy
To make you feel even worse.
authentic Italian cuisine paired with perfect drop at Zonzo Estate at the heart of Yarra Valley.
All right, let's find out whether or not Belle Jackson is the only self-aware Duff in Melbourne. 13 24 10 is our number. Give us a buzz if that's you.
Taylor in Cranbourne, good morning. Are you a self-aware Duff?
I sure am.
Good on you, Taylor. Let's rally together.
When did you first realise you were a Duff, Taylor?
Like when I first started going out, so like 6-7 years ago, I would always go out with my friends, and every time like a guy would try to dance with them or hit on them, I would always insist, let's swap spots because you're clearly not interested. The guy within like 2 minutes would already be off with his friends or back at the bar. So it was great.
So you're like the shield. So they're dead and they go, nah, I'm not into this guy. You'd come in and go, I'll dance with you. And then you know it's a guarantee that he'll leave. Oh, Taylor, you're
Yes,
doing God's
every
work,
time.
man. Like, that is great. You are protecting your friend.
They call her the Shield. I think it's time we bring in the riot squad.
Taylor, for sharing with us this morning, we'll make it worth your while. We'll give you 6 bottles of wine from Zonzo Estate.
Thank you so much, guys.
No worries. You can enjoy authentic Italian cuisine paired with the perfect drop at Zonzo Estate in the heart of the Yarra Valley.
Goes without saying, but you're not a Duff, Taylor. Anyway, Chick joins us now in Dandenong. You believe you are the Duff.
I am a self-aware Duff.
Wow. So how long have you been a Duff for?
Since the 90s, before the saying was even really known. I actually thought I made it up, to be honest.
Oh, really? So we just spoke to Taylor, who was kind of came in after. Chick, where's your place in the group? What was your good doing?
Well, I was the one the boys would approach to get onto my girlfriends.
Yeah, okay.
yeah,
The
okay.
talkative one, attractive but fat.
Come on. Come on.
Have you found your forever partner, though, Chick? Are you happy?
Oh, my God, yes. I've been with him for 18 years and we're going to New York in November and getting married in Central Park.
Yes.
There you go.
Love that for
There's
you.
hope for Duffs yet.
Let's go.
Well, look, maybe you can take your partner to go see DC's The Flash in cinemas now.
Oh, that would be great because I'm not a drinker and I was just going to donate my alcohol to Belle.
Oh,
and Belle is.
Yeah.
To be honest, Chick, I've been eyeing off those bottles like nobody's business.
Yeah, Belle, you're coming across as a bit of an alco on air over the last few months. So sort of a lot of the listeners think that.
Hey, have you checked out WhatIf.com's top 10 winter weekenders yet?
Yeah, how good's a what if tip? Bendigo is in there, Lakes Entrance,
Airlie Beach. Book your winter getaway on the What If app.
What if? It's Aussie for travel.
Bit of a worry, Ben and Belle, because there's a new radio station in town. Obviously, we're here at Nova. You've got your mates over there, Triple M, Fox, Gold. There's a few of them. And that's probably the last thing we want, right? Like another station trying to take a little bit of the pie. There's not enough of the pie to go around as is.
I'm a hungry boy.
Ben's a hungry boy.
I want lots of pie.
I'm hungry. There's a hunger in my belly. What about you, Belle?
As long as it's veggie, I'll take it.
Yeah. Well, I think this station will disrupt things because it's actually called Disrupt FM.
Oh, here we go.
That's it. So I think it's designed to disrupt. No, well, let's not be so
That's on
sure.
the same. To me, that's on the same level as Cool FM.
That's such a TikTok like modern day take. Everyone's like, you got to disrupt things.
Yeah.
We're gonna do Disrupt FM.
Well,
and
this
it's a
is
big
the thing.
call as well. Like,
Yeah.
that's a big call.
Well, because I was like, right, well, who's doing the breakfast show? Like, who are we going to be up against in the mornings? I'd really love to know. It better be someone pretty disruptive. The name at the top of my list certainly wasn't Irish rock and roll star Sir Bob Geldof of the Boomtown Rats.
Wait, how old is he?
Oh, he's pretty old, but that's Live Aid Bob Geldof. Like, we know Bob Geldof, right? Like, Bob Geldof, he's been around for a long
He's
time.
like 70 something.
I don't
80
know
something.
Bob Geldof. I know that song.
Yeah.
Well, he sings that song.
Yeah.
You don't know Bob Geldof?
Well, I've heard the name before, but I don't know him. Like, I wouldn't. If I was walking
Yeah.
if I walked past Bob Geldof in the street, I wouldn't go, "That's Bob Geldof."
Did you ever watch Maths?
I didn't watch it, no.
Bryce from Maps he's doing a shift on it as well, and I think he was quite disruptive on that show. So they've obviously tried to
fits the
find
brand.
they've tried to find disruptive people from around the world and combine them on this station. But I don't think we should be so sure and make jokes about it until we have a listen ourselves.
Yep.
So it is actually a real station that has started. Let's have a little listen to it.
Disrupt FM.
It's me, Bob Geldof, here on Disrupt FM. Here's my song, I Don't Like Mondays. Over the top of my song, I Don't Like Mondays. But it's sped up a bit, and I'm screaming over the top. Did you find that disruptive? I truly hope so, because that's what we do here at Disrupt FM.
Disrupt FM.
Right, now it's time to check your roads.
Gridlock on the City Link this morning. Expect delays on that one. The Disrupt FM team have parked the station van across 3 lanes of traffic on the Balti Bridge. Melbourne, consider yourself disrupted. Disrupt FM. Ooh, I've been disrupted.
My next guest is human rights campaigner Jacqueline Pearson. Good morning, Jackie.
Good.
Anyway, tell us about your great work.
Well, with all the conflict... Bob, what are you doing?
I'm disrupting you. It's kind of our thing.
Well, it's very...
Anyway, thank you, Jacqueline. I appreciate you for joining us on Disrupt FM.
Disrupt FM.
That was Nails on a Chalkboard. I hope we disrupted your Tuesday morning. Coming up next, dog barking at crying baby. Me, this is disruptive.
You're listening to Disrupt FM with Bob Geldof on breakfast from 6 to 9 a.m. Tuesday to Friday. Why don't you work Mondays, Bob?
I think I've made myself quite clear.
It's 6:10. Hallelujah, it's 6:10.
Good morning, Marissa and Mon Albert. You ready to play?
I'm ready.
All right, first question. Essendon are considering changing their logo from a fighter jet in case it offends people. Are you offended by a fighter jet?
I've never really thought about that.
I mean, no one has. No one has. That's ridiculous.
Marissa, I honestly, when I saw this story, I didn't even realise the logo was a plane. I'm
But
going
when
to be
you
honest.
think about it, they're called the Bombers, so it is a bomber.
But they've also got a mosquito as their mascot. So I don't know what's going on. I just saw it and I was like, oh, it's a triangle.
Understandably, it's a confused club.
Anyway, Toys R Us is coming back to Melbourne. So exciting. With a superstore set to open again. Do you know what the mascot of Toys R Us is?
Yes, it's I'm going to say giraffe.
It is. Wearing white gloves. That's right. People are eating less pies, apparently. In American Pie, whose mum gets it in the pool room?
Oh, I haven't watched that in years.
Yeah. Who gets it?
Stifler's mum.
It is.
You're good, Marissa.
You're good. What a classic franchise.
All right, let's turn the heat up a little bit for question 4.
Yeah, this is going to be tricky, I reckon. Ben Cousins has made his debut as a 7 Sports presenter. Can you spell rehabilitation?
I work in that.
Well, you should find this easy then.
This is going to be embarrassing if I get this wrong. It's so early. Okay, hold on. rehabilitation.
Oh,
You're good, Marissa.
Here we go. We're about to go 5 for 5. I can feel it coming. Ski season is finally here, Melbourne, with the snowfall coming. Can you finish these lyrics by snow?
Together we all have a Mr. Tornado Informer. You know, say that I'm a snowman, I go glam.
Lead me in one more time.
Okay, all right. One more
time.
Because we like you, Marissa.
Together we all have a Mr. Tornado Informer. You know, say that I'm a snowman, I go glam.
Like a boomrada, yeah.
I mean, no. We've got 2 other callers. If they can't get it, I would say that's the closest, Marissa. So you just hold there just in case, because you've done really well. Kynan from Langwarrin joins us now. Can you please finish this?
Together we all have a Mr. Tornado Informer. You know, say that I'm a snowman, I go glam.
Lick your boom boom down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
I lick your bum bum down. I really don't know what Snow's talking about there.
I thought it was lick your bum bum now. That's what I would
I
have
thought it
said.
was I lick your bum bum down.
Yeah.
But I think it's a licky boom boom down.
Yeah.
What does that even mean, though?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
I think Ben knows.
It'd be better if it was I lick your bum bum now. Yeah.
I lick your bum bum. I finished rapping now. I lick your bum bum now.
I think we give Marissa a prize because she was great. Do you agree?
Yeah, and obviously kind of gets a prize as well for winning the 16th.
Of course,
quiz. What do we got, Belle?
You know what, Marissa? We'll give you a family pass to Lightscape. It returns to the Royal Botanic Gardens, completely reimagined. Tickets at lightscapemelbourne.com.au.
Oh, that's wonderful, guys. Thank you so much.
No worries, Marissa. Well played.
Kind of. Do you like superhero movies?
Oh no, my boys would though. Yeah.
Oh well, you're off to see DC's The Flash in cinemas now.
Oh, awesome. Cool.
Yeah, and you get to choose the next song we play. So do you want to hear Franz Ferdinand this morning?
Or are we going to wind the clock back even further and have an old classic from Dexy's Midnight Runner?
You're gonna have to wind the clock back, I reckon.
Oh, yes. It's an old classic.
Dexy's Midnight Runners. Come on, Eileen, on Nova 100 with Ben, Liam and Belle.
Honestly, one of the greatest songs ever made, I think. I'm just a huge fan of that song.
Well, let me tell you, Ben and Belle, if the opportunity ever arises to see Dexy's Midnight Runners live, don't.
Oh.
Great recorded song. Great song. They got a couple of other songs. Gino's a good one. But as a live outfit, not great. You know how sometimes you go see bands, you're like, oh my God, it sounds just like the real thing. Are they lip syncing? What's going on?
Where are they from?
They're from Birmingham in the UK. Have a look. This is legit. This is Kevin Rowland. He's the lead singer of Dexy's Midnight Runners. This is them singing the song live.
Nah.
Here we go. It doesn't quite get those high notes. I don't know.
Yeah, I like the recorded version more.
This is devastating.
It's okay. Look, Liam,
I know,
I get
I'm
it.
upset. I said devastating, but it's because it's so devastating that I can't even say the word. I can't even get the words out of my mouth, Ben.
Sometimes you come across a news story and you don't want to believe it. And you don't want to think it's true. But we have to talk about these things, Liam.
It's kind of that thing where, I would love to just be able to bury my head in the sand. I'm not like a person that likes to keep across the news, but because of this job, sometimes you have to be up to date.
Yep.
And, sometimes there's stories that you just go, I really don't want to talk about this today. But you have to.
Yep.
It's your job. Pie consumption is down 40% from its peak. That's catastrophic. I mean, this is one of the nation's delicacies. We're sort of known for our pies.
Yeah, you're right. As a nation, we hang our hat on pie consumption. And for that to apparently be going down is a damn right national disgrace.
Yeah. And this morning, our thoughts obviously go out for people in the pie industry, the pie business, and we thought we'd have to get the nation's finest pie expert on. We met him a few short weeks ago when the pie championships were on. He is pie by name, pie by nature. Sean Pine of Piney's Pie Reviews joins us now.
Morning, legend.
Morning, Sean. You have a bit of pep in your step. You sound rather sprightly, after these damning facts.
Listen, I'm calling BS. It's a disgrace.
You think this is? Hang on. You think this is like negative pie propaganda?
Well, the first issue I've got with the article, there's tomato sauce on the pie. So that's the first issue I got with the article. Right?
Yeah.
So, and the second thing I got is when was the last time you went to a supermarket to buy a pie? It's been 15 years plus. I actually did a review on a supermarket pie because my followers wanted me to do a review on a supermarket pie.
Yep.
I haven't bought a servo pie. I haven't bought a supermarket pie. Like I've been inundated by bakeries the last 24 hours going, we are the busiest we've ever been.
Yeah.
Right.
So am I right in saying, Sean, am I right in saying, because you've obviously read this article better than we have, so this is specifically saying that like supermarket and frozen pie consumption is down?
Definitely. 100%. Like I look at it and go, yeah, look, I don't go into a supermarket now and go, oh, gee whiz, I'm going to go buy 4 at 20. Like it doesn't happen. Like there's so many good butcher shops, bakeries out there that are making homemade family pies for families, and I look at that article and go, well, like, whoever written it's a complete dribbler because, like, I've been to bakeries where they're lined up out the door. And, yes, there are some bakeries that are saying their overall sales of pies are slightly down because tradies are now buying sandwiches and rolls and et cetera, et cetera.
Oh.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they are. But predominantly the bakeries that I've got smashed last night on my socials saying, we are so busy, Piney. Get out there and tell these, tell the world that the pie is still around.
Yep.
The pie hasn't changed.
Yep.
And it's the decent pies out there that are selling.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not saying the servo pies or Superman pies aren't decent, but people are not going to go to a supermarket and buy pies.
Yeah. Well, look, Sean Pine, you're our resident go-to pie man. If we want to call this guy out that's done this negative article, Jason Murphy is his name.
Everyone send him pies. Everyone send Jason Murphy
save
pies.
The pie. Save the pie. I reckon. Look, I'm calling BS, guys.
Yeah.
As I said, a decent pie.
Yeah, I reckon Jason Murphy's got his head up his pie. I reckon
he's got pie on his face.
But it is really important, guys.
Yeah.
The people that are travelling out there. That's why I started this crusade to get out to these little areas and support these little communities, support these bakeries and spend some money in these little towns. And that's why it's important, as I said, to jump on my pie map, plan your holiday around your
pie map.
I have. I've got a website with my own pie map on it. So I've done over 500 reviews around Australia. So people can plan their holidays around the pie map, jump on and support these little communities that need our support.
Well, Sean, look, I think you and our show have a powerful partnership because we can use your pie map and we can use our money to help stimulate this already stimulated pie economy.
Yes.
What we were thinking this morning is we've got $50 cash. We've got a whole bunch of pineapples in the studio. 13 24 10 is our number. If people want to call up, we'll give them that $50 as long as they promise they're going to spend it on pies.
Think of it as a pie stimulus package.
So they got to go to their local, pie shop.
Go to a bakery.
And they got to name and they have to name their local when they call in and
you know what?
Yeah,
Sean Pine.
And they got to go spend their money there.
I know you're busy. You've got lots of pies to eat. Could you hang on the line for like another 5 minutes? So then when people call up, when people call up from their local areas, you can give them like the best.
Got to plug your local bakery.
I like it, Sean. You're on board. You're clearly on board. We like your attitude.
Yeah,
so,
it's a pie rage.
It is a pie rage.
Listen, I think if they ask for sauce, they have to pay the bakery $50.
Yeah, there you go.
We're learning
you really hate sauce.
You really hate sauce on a pie, which is fine.
A good flavoured pie doesn't need any sauce.
Emily joins us now in Langwarrin. Good morning. You would like to get in on this pie stimulus package?
Yes, we're keen. I've got my little toddler in the back seat who's a new pie enthusiast.
Oh, very good, Emily. So what is your local bakery and what's your favourite pie?
It's called the Bread Spot in Langwarrin.
Mm-hmm.
And my favourite would be the steak and pepper, and the little ones is just a party pie.
Oh,
steak and pepper. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, you've got Sean Pine, the pie man.
Yeah, that's my favourite.
Emily, you got yourself $50 to go spend at your bakery, okay?
Good on you, Emily.
Thank you, will do.
See ya.
I like having Sean.
Yeah. It's awesome. Caden from Beaconfield. What's your local bakery?
The Berwick Village Bakehouse in Berwick Main Street.
Nice. And what's your go-to when you go in there?
Just depends on the day, either a normal plain meat pie or a chunk of steak.
Yep. And do you put sauce on that?
Yeah, barbecue.
Oh!
Sean, what are your thoughts on barbecue sauce?
Oh, we were going to be friends until I said barbecue sauce.
Caden, we will give you the $50, but
give him the 50, the legend.
Yeah.
You must not use the barbecue sauce. It must all be spent on pie. They are the rules.
I've never put barbecue sauce on a pie before.
it's weird.
That's crazy.
Now, there should be an investigation into that.
Danielle in Essendon joins us. Good morning. What is your local bakery here in Victoria, and what's your go-to?
Our local pie shop is Tony's Pies in Essendon, and my go-to pie is steak and onion.
Lovely.
Oh, yeah, something different.
Now, do you reckon, Danielle, that you could spend $50 at said bakery?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. They have so many pies. Fantastic.
Well, we've done our bit for the morning. The pie economy has been stimulated.
Yep.
Sean Pine from Piney's Pie Reviews. Where can we check out more of your pie reviews?
You can jump onto my Facebook page, Piney's Pie Reviews, or my website, pineyspiereviews.com. You'll see every review on a map of Australia there. So get the family out, get them in a caravan, get them in a combi, whatever you want to do, and get out and spend some money.
Sean, as always, an absolute pleasure. I'm sure we'll be back on again real soon, probably at the end of the week, because we love having you on. And have you heard the Bombers news?
See the Bombers fly up to win the Premiership.
So the Dons are considering changing their logo from the bomber, the fighter jet, because they don't want it to offend people.
But they're called the Bombers.
Ridiculous.
It's wild. You know how, like, you know, we're trying to, like, move forward and be progressive and stuff, and then old people sometimes like, bloody snowflakes. When I saw this news story, I was like, bloody snowflakes.
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like I became that guy. As you said, they are called the Bombers.
Yeah,
what are they going to change it to? A bomb?
Well, would they change their name? Because you can't not.
Where do you end it?
Exactly,
You know, that's
exactly.
it.
Like, are you going to say, oh, well, bulldogs are a bit aggressive, so we should
and I'm
get rid
sure
of them?
if your family was killed in a lion pit, you'd find it hard to go to Brisbane games. But, like, that doesn't mean it's offensive.
The whole club really needs reform. Even the mascot is just ridiculous.
Skeeter.
They've definitely they've got an identity crisis, I think.
Yeah.
Like, they don't know who they are. They don't know what's going on.
And I would say, because it is true, Essendon have always had there's like the mosquito thing, and then sometimes it's like the mosquito wearing the goggles and the helmet, almost like he's in a bomber plane.
Yeah.
And then there's the bombers thing, so then there's the plane, but then if they change it to the mosquito, like malaria kills more people than like bombs, I would think, like technically. So
if they're going to do a full rebrand and their new mascot could be like a sports scientist in a lab coat. That could be like their mascot.
Big syringe. Yeah. So I like, or just a DFO. You know, the DFOs in Essendon Fields, they're nice.
All these options are better than what they have.
Yeah.
But I don't think they should change it because it's a bomber.
Well, while we're at it, I think Melbourne needs some reform because it's a little satanic, if you ask me. Demon worshippers. For those who rock up, they're celebrating Satan every weekend. I've got a car-related question for you, Ben. My little magic genie lamp light keeps coming on. The oil. Oil.
Magic genie lamp.
So, rub it for 3 wishes.
Yeah.
I wish for my car to not have that light on anymore.
Yeah.
I put some oil in, and then it was like good for like a day, and then the light came back on.
Hang on. When you say you put oil in, what kind of oil did you put in and where'd you put it?
Just took the cap off, like near where the dipstick is. I took the cap off and just gave it a good drink.
There's different types of oil for different places.
Yeah.
And so you could have possibly put engine oil in your transmission.
Interesting. Because I've given it not 1, not 2, but 3 drinks now.
Oh, Liam, because you can also because the oil light can come on if you overfill it.
Yeah.
So you probably overfilled it, and then you're drowning the engine.
It needs to be more specific, doesn't it? It sort of needs to have. It sort of should say, "I've had too much," or "I need more."
And so you've got to put the dipstick in.
Yeah.
Take it out. Clean it.
Well, the thing is, the dipstick was kind of wet the first time
Right.
So I was kind of like, what are you complaining about? You know what I mean? Like,
you have got some problems.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. I'm only driving interstate on the weekend, so that should be good.
Just get under the car and drain the sump.
Yeah, man. All right, I'll get right onto that after the show. I'll drain the sump, whatever that is. We all remember that sad, sad day in 2018 when Toys R Us died. The giraffe with his little white gloves It's no longer. I cried that day. Ben and Belle. Well, my tears have dried, and they've been replaced with joy because it's back! Toys R Us is back. They are going to build one of the largest toy stores in Australia right here in Melbourne, in Clayton.
Such fond memories of being a kid in the back seat of the car, and you can see, was it Jeffrey? You can see Jeffrey the giraffe's head, and you start getting excited and you start salivating and you go, oh my God, this is like Disneyland in Victoria.
Yeah, I was never allowed to go to Toys R Us.
You weren't allowed to go to it?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I don't know. My mum was always like, no, we're not going. I just never went.
It's like, for me, it's like the modern day version of like JB Hi-Fi. Like as an adult, like I've got money, I can buy stuff. I'm like, oh my God, JB Hi-Fi. Whereas like, as a kid, you're like, it's just toys. Every aisle has toys.
What? Yeah, that's true. Why do adults... I mean, I get excited in JB Hi-Fi too, but I even see DVDs and I'm like, it's all my favourite shows. I'm like, I'm never going to buy a DVD, but I just I like having the option. You know, I like seeing them there.
Yep.
But yeah, Toys R Us was one of those. It was like the closest thing to Disneyland, right? Because they let you ride the bikes around in there. You can sort of play around a bit. You can play with the different balls and things.
A lot of the time they had like the demo toys.
That's
out,
it.
So
and you can just go there.
Of course, if the kid gets their hand on a demo toy, then the mum and dad have to buy it.
Yeah. So were you allowed like an annual trip or something, or could you just go
it was
whenever?
Just sort of near our local, so we just sort of used to go whenever we'd go like shopping. It was sort of like, well. You know, I'm not saying I was getting stuff there every time, but it was more like, oh, well, now we have to go to Toys R Us because we've gone close to it. Do you know what, though? I reckon everyone out there has just like a toy that they always wanted that they never got. Do you know what I mean, Belle?
Yes,
is there something that you always wanted, like it was on your Christmas list every year and you never quite got there?
And it's weird because it sticks with you. Like, I still to this day think about circa 2003... the blow-up Barbie chair.
Oh,
it was it was that inflatable little chair that you could sit your Barbie on.
That's pretty.
Now I don't know why, but my mum was like, "Nah, you're not getting it." It wouldn't have been that expensive, but it came round to my birthday every year, Christmas every year. Crossed my fingers, never got it. And I remember the girl up the street had it, and so whenever I went to her house, I was like, "Oh my God, it's a blow-up chair!"
Play with her chair.
What was yours?
For me, Belle, it was the Hulk smash gloves.
Oh,
do you remember them? Do you
they
remember
were
that?
huge.
Yes, it was like you would put your like hands in essentially like big boxing gloves, and then you would have like Hulk's hands, and then you would punch stuff, and it would go like, Hulk smash.
Yeah,
never got. I don't know. Maybe Mum thought they were too violent or something, but I would always go to Toys R Us and be like, "Oh man, please, can I just have the Hulk smash?"
We should
gloves?
get you a pair.
I would
just
love
see
that,
what you
Belle.
do.
And in return, I would love to find you the Barbie blow-up
Thank
chair.
you.
The one toy that I never got growing up that I always really wanted was the Beyblade arena.
Oh, Ben.
I had Beyblades, but I never had the arena. And Mum used to always say, do it in the bathtub. It's the same thing.
I used to do them in the bath too. And then once I was Beyblading so hard that I scratched the bath up a little bit. I got, you get those like sort of like plastic sort of scratches, like the reds. Mum was like, what have you been doing in the bath? I was just doing my Beyblades, Mum, because you didn't buy me the Beyblade arena, okay? Because that's what happened, because it's like, because you'll be watching like TV or like Saturday Disney or like whatever it is, or like, Cheese
Every
TV.
ad that came on, you're like, well, I want that
Well,
now.
like now I want, this week I want the Beyblade arena. Do you remember those little stink boys? Remember those little,
yeah.
There was these guys.
They're
There's
like little dolls, and they smelt like farts and like different stuff.
It's
troll dolls.
It's back in the days of marketing was like, girls like dollies and pink stuff, and boys like poo and vomit.
Yeah, I just looked up
And
Beyblade
skateboards.
Arena.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
Yeah.
that was
Oh, I remember that.
There's-
Yes.
I
It's just
reckon-
a plastic container.
I reckon it doesn't matter what age you are, you can think back and you can think there's always that one toy you wanted, but you never got.
13, 24, 10. Tell us about the toy that you always wanted that you never got this morning. Who knows? Maybe, we'll be a little bit like Santa and we might even be able to find you.
I don't know if we can make
toy.
that promise.
It might be pretty hard if people are calling about toys that, are from defunct companies from like the 90s, but
We'll find it.
It's clearly resonating. Got some calls coming through already. Keep them coming. 13 24 10. Give us a buzz. Jordan in Mitcham, what was the toy?
The roller shoes, they look like sneakers with wheels.
Wheelies.
Oh, yeah.
Heelys, wheelies?
Killed me. I would see kids at the shopping centre,
Yep.
walking around, and then
Yep.
suddenly they were just going for a slide. And I
Yeah.
was
Also
so
quite dangerous though, Jordan.
jealous.
My
Oh.
best friend Harry growing up, he broke his arm on wheelies, and
Oh,
and then he
no.
the cast was on and he couldn't wheel for a while, and then he got the cast off, and then a few months later he got the wheelies back on and he broke the other arm.
Really?
True story. And then the wheelies were taken from him.
Jordan, that's a really good one because I always thought the kids with the wheels in their shoes were
Oh my
so
God,
sick.
yeah.
They also, I never saw a kid struggling with them.
Yeah.
They were always really
Yeah,
like,
they seem to glide.
They'd pop it out, yeah.
what? Yes, nah, Jordan, totally.
We should bring back adult wheelies.
Imagine you just jumping off the tram, just wheeling into work. Trevor, how you doing? You got those files for me?
You would always see kids using them at the shopping centre because it had the tiles rather than the bitumen. Let's go to Shona in the Basin. Good morning. What's the toy you always wanted but never got?
Cabbage Patch doll.
Yeah, that's a classic, isn't
Yeah.
it? Cabbage Patch
Yeah.
doll.
So you just
So,
weren't
like
allowed?
mid-80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were just too expensive. I still remember they were $50, which was so incredibly expensive in the 80s.
Yep.
And I ended up getting a fake one, and they were like the poor cousin of the Cabbage Patch doll.
The lettuce patch kid.
We did get a rip-off toy. I just remembered. You know those remember those Robo dogs that would do like a backflip? and stuff?
yes.
Yeah, but we got a rip-off one that was just it looked the same, but it didn't do anything.
It didn't flip. It just went womp womp. Vicky joins us now. Tell us about the toy that you always wanted but you never quite got.
Board game, and it was called Mousetrap.
Oh,
You never got Mousetrap?
Vicky, sorry to rub it in, but I had Mousetrap and it was the best
Oh,
board game
no, that's
ever.
not fair.
Yeah. Because it would you'd play the board game and then there'd be like a trap at the top and it would go and come down and get
Kind of in the name of the title.
It would trap the mouse in the cheese.
I never actually played Mousetrap,
What
but
about,
we always set it up, played around with the setup, and then just took it apart.
Was it just too expensive, Vicky, or why didn't you get it?
I don't know. I think my mum and dad just thought it was a ton of plastic that we didn't need, and never got it.
Well, Vicky, I mean, you would have had Buckaroo though, right?
I don't know if we did, but, it wouldn't have been the same. I do remember Buckaroo.
Buckaroo was good.
Yeah.
Buckaroo was good.
Yeah.
So you would put little things on Buckaroo.
Yep.
That's
and then every now and then he would buck all that gear off.
Abby in Glenroy, good morning. What's the toy you never got?
Morning, guys. I was never allowed a Tamagotchi.
Oh, I wasn't either, Abby.
You are missing out, Abby.
I know. I think my parents saw it as like some form of technology as a kid, and they were like, "No way."
Yeah, no,
Devastated.
we got told it would be too addictive because the way that obviously it works is like it makes you want to be on it 24/7 because you have to look after it.
But it also it teaches you responsibilities because it does little poos and you have to feed it. It's kind of like looking after a real human. Very similar.
I love that, like, kids in 2002, you're like, the world's gone mad. These kids in front of screens with their Tamagotchis. I mean, what's next? Am I right? We've been reminiscing this morning about old toys and whatnot. I got a text here at 0459 888 100 from Hayden Reservoir. He said, for me, it's the Yu-Gi-Oh! Dual Disc.
Is that the thing that attached to your arm?
I never even played Yu-Gi-Oh! But if you pulled up with that thing, holy hell.
Hey, what
it was like a belt. It was like this thing. It was like a strap on your arm, and you put all your cards.
Yeah.
You'd put all your cards in the robot.
Yeah, it was a bit of a chick magnet.
Yeah, the chicks were pretty into that.
You rock up to the party and go,
yeah.
Yeah, okay, nah.
There's another one from Mel. She said she never got a Furby growing up. Furbies. Remember Furbies?
Oh, yeah.
They were like the little...
Ours, we put in the laundry cupboard, and you'd still, every so often hear,
Yeah. There's all parents had that cupboard where they'd like put a toy to die.
Furby cupboard.
Yeah. Do you know what? One that I thought of when we were like talking about this, like this, I actually had this toy, but I don't know if many people did. It was a toy. It was called Scanners.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember Scanners?
That's iconic.
Scanners.
So you'd scan the barcode.
And then there'd be monster, and it was kind of like Pokemon. You had to catch the monsters in the
That's
barcode.
it. So yeah, you could just go into your pantry and you'd scan the Nutri-Grain with your scanners, and you might find like a rock goblin or something in there.
Yeah.
Is it like it wasn't actually, when you think about it now as an adult, the way they made it though wasn't actually linked to any actual barcode.
I wouldn't have thought so.
It just at random spat things out.
The internet wasn't around then, so scanners it would just probably every third time you scan something there'd be a snake or some sort of scorpion.
You're like, whoa, it was in the Nutri-Grain this whole time.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.